Hello everybody, welcome back once again to my F1 2021 career mode. If you haven't seen the last race from Hungary, I urge you to go back and check that one out before you come back and watch this one. As per usual, this is your last chance to do so before spoilers. Well, Latifi did a Latifi in the last race, didn't he? In case you're not sure what doing a Latifi is, it's when you're leading, he ends up ruining your race. But we move on. We're now here at Spa. We had a Team 1-2 in Hungary, so can't really say fairer than that, can I? And now I'm trying to get through the 3 parts of qualifying, and we made it through Q1 quite comfortably in P5 with Leclerc in P4. But I have found this season we may not necessarily be super quick in qualifying trim, but come the race, it's an entirely different story. As you can see there, we're P4 in Q2, which is not bad going, but now we're in Q3. This circuit, I've had a bit of a history so far of making small mistakes that end up being massively costly. Season 2, I was leading, spun out. Season 3, we don't discuss the many maladies and dramas that happen there. So Season 4, I'm aiming to put it right and get some kind of redemption. Hoping to be on the podium here. It's my favourite circuit. I love driving this place. I really do. It's such a unique challenge. And we are now on the final qualifying lap. Norris has just set the pole time. Can we best that? Round the bus stop. Verstappen bests it quite comfortably actually. And we end up going P5. So I'm definitely going to do that again. We've found half a second on our next lap however. And we've set a purple middle sector. Is this going to be on the way to a pole position lap? I tell you what, it's looking very good. What is it going to be? Yep, that is pole position.
Joker, Verstappen and Lando Norris. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the... Welcome along then to the Belgian Grand Prix, the race that gave us the maiden victory for the Jordan team in 1998. And in the same team, the phenomenal debut of a young Michael Schumacher. There's always something special around one of the many corners of this fan-favourite circuit. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Joker lines up on pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Leclerc, Daniel Ricciardo and Russell, Gasly, Sainz, Schwartzman and Christian Lundgaard, Vettel, Ocon, Yuki Tsunoda and Bottas, Giovinazzi, Stroll, Callum Ilott and Mick Schumacher, Latifi, Mazepin, Markelov and Guan Yu Zhou. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
We have got a very damp start here in Spa. Is the weather
Let's continue
set
this
to improve
form
during the race? Let's take a look. Yes, it is. So it is going to stop raining somewhat halfway through the race. Also, it's just an insight, I always turn the fuel down because they tend to overfuel me. Anyway, 22 laps ahead, it is very damp. And it is also lights out and away we go. We got a decent first getaway, but the wheel spin there is now Verstappen on my left tends to go for the lead, but we've kept the inside line. And we're going to go up the inside. I've got a little bit off the circuit and getting very squirrely on the exit there. We now lead the way with Verstappen second. And you know what, Leclerc, look at the run he has out of the first corner as he takes not only Verstappen, who's side by side with me through Eau Rouge, but we just about hold him off and I had to take avoiding action off the circuit there. But Charles Leclerc on that straight with such a run that he not only passes Verstappen, but he gets past me too. That was extraordinary how he just hooked that up out of La Source. I think it's called La Source, the first corner. Anyway, Leclerc leads. I'm there in second. Verstappen in third. And Verstappen having another look up the inside of Eau Rouge. But I've gone wrong there. I've had to go across the circuit. I'll let Verstappen through. I did go across the circuit, so it is only fair, but he is now going to be fair game going into Eau Rouge. I'm going to take a dive up the inside, and Verstappen trying to hold it out, doing a good job, but I give him a bit of a squeeze there. And that is up into P2, thanks to, like I said, giving him a bit of a squeeze. It was a little bit naughty, and Leclerc is clearing down the road. He is checked out and gone. And we're now running in P2, trying to keep back the Red Bull. And we can now come to the end of lap 2. Leclerc's leading the way, but he's gone round. Charles Leclerc, from the lead, has made a big mistake and is now facing backwards. That is now the lead for us. He just overcooked it going into the last corner, and yeah, round it goes. He just overcooked it. Got too much wheel spin on the exit, and the car just went round. Is that going to be a virtual safety car? That is quite precariously placed. They do seem to be getting close there, and I think that was Gasly getting close to a Mercedes, and I think that's Christian Lundgaard also pulling off in the process. And then we've come to the restart, and I've gone straight round up the exit of the last corner. And as a result, the safety car, I believe, has come out. So the safety car now fully out, and Russell is conceding position apparently, but then I've just gone straight off the circuit. I was told to pass Russell, so wow, trauma in the early stages. And Verstappen, now the race leader after both the Joe H2O cars making mistakes. I did the same thing as Leclerc. I got out in the last corner, too much wheel spin, round it went, and now Verstappen is the race leader. I am down to P2. It's Gasly in third, Ricciardo fourth, and Sainz rounding out the top 5. So the whole order has changed, and I think George Russell's been in the pits. So I'm not quite sure what happened to him, as I've really got Eau Rouge wrong there. And as a result, Pierre Gasly going through. Is Daniel Ricciardo going to have a look for P3? No, there is no way through there, but he's got to run on me. He's got to run. I'm going to try and get defensive, but he's got the space if he chooses to do the move. And, well, I think I gave him just a little bit too much space there. But, strangely enough, he elected not to use it. How is that exceeding track limits? I didn't gain anything out of that. Right, onto the rear of Pierre Gasly for second, and it's now a fastest lap, so I'm starting to get to grips with this circuit, in this configuration, in this weather. I do tend to struggle a little bit in the wetter conditions, but I'm hoping we can pull something back now and get back after Verstappen, who seems to have checked out at this point, but Gasly, being the cork in the bottle as it were, holding me back. I can't get past him, especially as the AI tends to get a better run out of Eau Rouge than I do. But now we're heading towards the bus stop. I'm right behind Gasly. I was going to have a look around the outside of Blanchimont, but I just go straight off the circuit, and as a result I think I really blew my opportunity here. And this is going to be Robert Schwartzman. I don't know what Schwartzman is doing. I think that's going to be a retirement. And his rotten season continues, and drivers are having to avoid him because he didn't seem to be sure which side he was pulling off to there. Right, this is now me and Pierre Gasly. I'm trying to get around the outside. I've nearly got into him as I've missed my braking spot. Just got a little bit wide. No harm in that. Right. The rain has stopped. I have come in for medium tyres. The rest are on soft, so they should all be pitting again. So I don't really need to push too hard at this stage, because they will pit and they will have to change tyres once again, as there is absolutely no way the softs will go 11 laps. That's just asking a lot. It's Daniel Ricciardo. Wow. That is full send from Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo doing a Ricciardo style overtake on me there, catching me completely napping, moving up to third. But you know what? I'm coming back at him. Is a move round the outside of Blanchimont going to be on here? No, it is not. Are we going to get down the inside? No, again, going deep with just too much momentum going into Blanchimont. And I'm absolutely unwilling to back out, but I have to back out there, as we are just not close enough. And I do not want to risk running into the McLaren when I'm not necessarily racing him. He is going to pit again, but he is holding me up quite a bit, and I do worry about my pace in retrospective to Verstappen, because if Verstappen gets enough time on me, he will be gone. So I want to try and get Ricciardo, and you see me there doing a Ricciardo move on Ricciardo and taking P3. That was a good move. Ricciardo getting that back, and now he's going to try and do his other move. He's now gone round. Wow! What is it with Ricciardo in that corner? He just goes straight round the outside of me there, braking so late and somehow still making the corner. That is extraordinary driving by the Aussie here, but we're now going to come back at him. Verstappen's 11 seconds up the road, so I don't think that is quite enough. And I don't know why I'm still racing Ricciardo at this point. I just don't want to lose too much time and have Max catch me like a hot knife through butter. I've gone onto the grass. I've lost grip and I've gone into Ricciardo. And that is front wing damage. So now I'm going to have to pit. I just got a little too eager behind the McLaren of Daniel Ricciardo. And as a result, we've gone into him. And that really has just put pay to my strategy, as now I've had to pit in to take the soft tyres, which I will run to the end. But that's a race costing mistake there, as Ricciardo, he didn't do anything wrong there. I don't think he had the racing line. I thought I could go around the outside, but I had to take avoiding action because I broke late, and as a result I hit the grass, lost grip, went into him. That was my fault entirely, and it's cost me a race win. But it looks like we're going to take P5. Max Verstappen has won. Lundgaard 7th then, so it was Bottas dropping out of the race earlier. I do apologise, as we now come round the last corner. I've also got a 3-second penalty. Frustration really kicking in for me here. I really felt like we could have had a better run of it. But it's P5, it's 10 points.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
That's all I can say.
Victory for the team from Milton Keynes then, after a quality performance. And talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves. Let's see how the driver standings have changed. Joker.
Well, the classic Spa curse kicks again, but this time the only kicking I'm doing is of myself. I really should have judged that braking better. I really should have judged the entire sequence of events better. But it's Verstappen winning, Gasly second, Ricciardo getting a podium, and amazingly not having rear wing damage after that. Then it's Sainz 4th, myself in 5th, Giovinazzi 6th, followed by Lundgaard, Vettel, Tsunoda and Norris rounding out 10. I thought Lando was quite high early on, so I don't know what happened to him, but that's unfortunate. Leclerc didn't make the points in the end, and what are we looking at here? We're not looking at anything. We're going straight to the standings. I pressed the wrong button, and the gap to Leclerc is now 91 points, but look at that. Pierre Gasly now ahead of George Russell in the standings for 3rd, then 4th is Russell, Verstappen is 5th, Sainz moving up ahead of Tsunoda in the standings to 6th. Ricciardo also making a jump into 8th, knocking Norris down in the process. And Sainz very much being the key carrier of Ferrari's points. Well, thank you for watching this episode. Don't forget to leave a like and hit the subscribe button if you're new and you want to see more from me. Till the next time, I've been Joe. Take care, look after yourselves. TTFN guys, ta-ta for now.